When we come back, we're going to play you those ads, plus why this photo, this one right there, of the unrepentant terrorist Bill Ayers may create a whole new set of problems for Senator Barack Obama. Carl, I was watching Howard Dean this weekend, and he actually made the case when you start bringing up things that have nothing to do with the candidate, nothing to do with the issue, he's talking about the Jeremiah Wright issue, that's race baiting, he said. Now, I went back April of 2007, the New York Times. You know, Barack Obama said that he fortified himself with sermons of Jeremiah Wright, that he was entranced by Wright, that he was a frequent churchgoer. I'm proud of my pastor. He's my spiritual mentor. How does he get away? What do you think Howard Dean's trying to do with this strategy of claiming it's race baiting?
Well, look, we saw Senator Obama the other day on...
Yeah, I think he should be. And he said Republicans are dark, dishonest, evil, corrupt. They can't get people of color in the room. But I want to follow...
And he attacked the personal integrity of John McCain, saying he lacked integrity. I mean, look, he's a screamer, and we got to be planning for the next 6 months for him to say these outrageous things.
He is. We have an update. We're going to get into this... Carl, in just the next segment here, but I want to give you a chance to update this. We've been following the story of this unrepentant terrorist, Bill Ayers. Now, we found another quote from him, and we also found a picture found exclusively by Fox. And the quote is that one of his proudest achievements was living underground for 10 years without getting arrested, and, quote, guilty as hell, free as a bird, it's a great country. Now, there's Bill Ayers, who said on 9/11, I don't regret bombing the Pentagon, setting the bombs at the Capitol, New York City Police Headquarters. There he is stomping on an American flag. Barack Obama says he's friendly with him, he sits on boards with him, and he gives speeches with him. Do you think this will grow into a bigger issue in the campaign?
Well, it could. It depends upon the degree to which we come to understand their relationship. Well, you know, there have been some indications that when Senator Obama decided to run...
when he gave his speech last week, and he held his press conference, in light of the comments made at the National Press Club, I don't think anyone can cite any difference or any distinction in what Reverend Wright said at that press club than what we had been playing. Now, and the polls show that this is hurting him 70%, and a third won't vote for him now, or less likely to vote for him. Why does he get away with even saying, oh, that's not the same man that I knew when he had defended him?
Well, in the first place, it has hurt him. And you know, there's Democrats...
Let me go to you if I can here, because you analyze words that work here. He didn't say, Reverend Wright, anything different in the National Press Club, but now this is not the same man that I knew for 20 years. How does he get away with that?
And that's the whole problem, and that's why his numbers have come down in virtually every
state. We got to take a break. Now, when we come back, we have a photo of admitted terrorist, unrepentant terrorist, William Ayers. It has surfaced. It sheds more light on his hatred of America. Now, will this hurt Barack Obama in tomorrow's all-important primaries? More with our panel coming up next. A controversial photo of alleged terrorist William Ayers, well, actually unrepentant admitted terrorist William Ayers, has surfaced. In the photo, the former Weather Underground member is seen stomping on the American flag. Now, the picture was used to promote his 2001 book, which chronicles his days as a fugitive domestic terrorist. So is this picture going to cause added problems for Senator Obama, who already has come under fire for his, quote, friendly relationship with Ayers? Now, we continue with Rob.
Tries to write him off as a University of Chicago professor. I think that's a big mistake on his part.
Liz, I know you're a Democrat and you're a Barack Obama supporter. Does it in any way concern you? David Axelrod said they have a friendly relationship. After 2001, he can say that he's 8 years old when the bombs were set, but on September 11, 2001, he said, I don't regret setting those bombs. I don't think we've done enough. Then they give speeches after that, and they say they're friendly, and their kids go to the same school. Is there at any point he should say, I don't want anything to do with the man that blew up the Pentagon and the Capitol and New York City Police Headquarters?
Well, Sean, I mean, first of all, I want to say I'm Fox News, or this isn't that big of a story.
This is the first time you've heard this story.
This is the first time I've heard this story, right here tonight on Fox News. Never heard this story before.
This story was out months ago.
Well, and we broke it here.
Well, I don't think it's that important.
You need to watch
the
show more. But here's my question. But Barack Obama's spokesman says they're friendly. The man admits, let me give you the details. He admits to bombing the Pentagon, the Capitol, and New York City Police Headquarters. On September 11th, he said, I don't regret the bombings. I wish we did more. And Barack Obama's friendly with him, and You don't have a problem with that on the surface? If everything I said is true, would that be a problem for you?
Well, of course, Sean, that would be a problem, but I don't think that this is a guy that Barack Obama is having over for dinner.
Would you reconsider, friend? I spent the weekend with him in Fresno, Reno, and Vegas. Colonel North, you look like you're holding up pretty good. Welcome back, my friend.
It is good to be back with you. I'd like to say the same about your co-host who's sitting beside me, but I've got him under control. I have you under control.
Thank you.
Well, go ahead, Sean.
All right, let me get this in, because I want you to respond to the heirs photo stomping on the flag, the admitted terrorist who brags he got away with it, and sort of dovetail it into your book about American heroes.
This is a 60s radical who's now got what they called a stature as a scholar. And a man who, of course, grew up in a life of privilege, sounds a lot like a certain presidential candidate, who became very, very radicalized during the 60s, during the war in which I was getting shot at and unfortunately hit. The reality of it is this guy is very representative of the academic environment in which he lives, and thankfully doesn't represent the young soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that I've got in this book.
That you're saying, pray for these heroes that defend our freedoms. And now we have Barack Obama friendly with a guy that was at war with the United States
and who stands on the American flag. And who stands on the American flag. I mean, look at it. And you know what? This is going, that and Jeremiah Wright will be the undoing of Barack Obama's presidential aspirations. But you know, Sean, you've heard me say this to young people when you and I have been out together. Half your life is going to be defined by the people with whom you hang around. And Barack Obama has hung around with the wrong people. Bill Ayers is not representative of who the American people are, the parents and those young Americans that are out there serving in harm's way.
You're hanging around me now. You're not too happy about that.
Look, if you hang around with these kinds of people, there is either an affinity for them or you like what they are and what they represent.
To what extent do they hang around? But look, that's to be
pretty clear that they have.
Thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure.
I can tell. Thanks very much, Ollie. Coming up is...